With Oliver? He asks.
No, he had a test.
Rook?
I sigh. No. There's a long pause, and then he explodes again.
You're out there alone!
Indignation rises up inside me, causing me to snap. I'm a big girl, Terrance. I think I can manage a little shopping by myself.
Which store are you at?
The grocery store, I say vaguely, pissing him off on purpose.
Which store?
Damn stubborn troll. I want to keep arguing, but there's no point. Reminding myself that he's only concerned because he cares about me and is scared for my safety, I sigh and give up my location. The Whole Foods in Midtown. He hangs up without another word. I go back to my shopping list, and I'm not the least bit surprised to see him stomping toward me 10 minutes later. I match him scowl for scowl.
You shouldn't be out alone,
he growls, trying to intimidate me with what I call his bouncer stance. I shoot him a glare. I'm a grown woman, Terrance. He doesn't relent.
The glamour I placed on you only hides your looks from humans. It isn't strong enough to cover your scent. Any underworlder with even a bit of power can tell that you're a siren. You aren't safe.
I stop pushing my cart and turn to stare at him. What am I supposed to do? I can't hide forever. Terrance's anger slowly fades until only frustration remains.
We'll figure something out, he says. But for now, you shouldn't be out alone. You will keep Rook, Parker, or myself with you if you leave the house. No arguments.
I should be angry at the way he's dictating my life, but the fear in his eyes melts away all of my annoyance. Terrance is as new to looking out for someone as I am at having someone who cares. He's not used to feeling so out of control. I can give him this simple request if it will help him keep his sanity. He's right anyway. I'm extremely vulnerable without my old glamour. An added layer of protection wouldn't hurt. I surprise the big lug when I step forward and wrap my arms around him. He's so tall my head doesn't even come up to his chin. Okay, T-Man. I rest my head against his chest. I promise I won't go anywhere without a bodyguard until we can do something about my glamour. Terrance hesitates a moment, but then brings his arms around me and he holds me in a comforting embrace. Hugging is new for me, but I've discovered that it's easier to touch people when I initiate it, especially if it's one of the people I trust. Consequently, I've started forcing myself to make more physical contact with people. I'm practicing in hopes that I can overcome some of my triggers in that department. I've also decided that I like giving hugs as long as they don't throw me into a panic attack or give me a flashback. Terrance clears his throat and grumbles.
Damn right you won't.
I know he's not mad. That's his I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm a nice guy who cares for people voice. The grumpiness makes me smile. My troll loves me. After soaking up his affection a moment longer, I let go of him and head down the aisle once more. Terrance falls into step beside me, content to let me shop. You got here fast, I say. I thought you were in a meeting.
I left.
He shrugs like skipping out on the meeting was no big deal. You didn't have to. He cuts me off with a look.
It was just a lunch meeting at the casino with the new GM of my dealership. I forgot the papers I needed anyway. Turns out my last general manager wasn't just dealing with demons on the side, he was cooking the books too.
He sighs. I pat his arm gently. You'll get it all worked out soon enough. Wait, you went to the casino? The casino Henry owns? Terrance grumbles.
It wasn't my suggestion.
How'd that go? The big man side-eyes me with a smirk.
Wasn't in the building more than 10 minutes before Henry found me. He says hello, by the way. He heard about the werewolf attack and was very concerned. He sends his regards.
I scoff. Did you tell him to go to hell for me? Terrance's smirk grows into a full-fledged grin.
I told him you were recovering nicely and that you were enjoying being pampered by all of your men.
I stop pushing the cart to stare at Terrance. My eyes bulge and my face heats up. My what? He continues as if I hadn't spoken.
I promised him they're taking real good care of you.
I snort a laugh to spite myself. I bet that pissed him off. He shrugs again nonchalantly, but his eyes sparkle with amusement.
He almost kicked me out of the building. I don't think I'll be welcome back anytime soon.
Shaking my head with a chuckle, I consult my shopping list again.